The first transcontinental flight across the U.S. began September 17th, 1911 and was completed November 5th. The pilot was Cal Rogers, an American aviation pioneer. Well, now that flight is being recreated in reverse starting on the West Coast. There will be dozens of stops, including one in Tucson. Here's News 4 Tucson photojournalist Ricky Vasquez with more. New at 10.
You know, when I first started telling people I was going to do this, they kind of like raised their eyebrows, and then as I explained it even more, they really raised their eyebrows. I started in Lodi, California, south of Sacramento, and I'm going all the way back to Montauk, New York, via the route of Cal Rogers' first flight across America. He flew at 50 miles an hour. I fly at 43 knots, which is 50 miles an hour. Both use what's called wing warping, so the wing actually twists to provide a turn. That's what the original Wright brothers planes did. And that's pretty much where the similarities cease. His was a Wright brothers EX. I planned the flight so that some legs are longer days and some are shorter, just to kind of have a variety so that every time I go flying it's not 4 hours. Today was 4 hours. About 2 weeks before I started my flight, I came down for a normal landing and had my right landing gear break, and my prop went through my wheel pan, and I also twisted my mast. So I spent those 2 weeks making sure my engine was okay and repairing all those things. Sorry? It's interesting to land in very, very different places, major cities, small towns, and ask people what they think about the country and where we're going, and kind of get a feel for very, very differing opinions in America. There is an element of nervousness, and you just never know what you're going to encounter, but you kind of have to focus on the tasks that you have in front of you. When it comes to flying, you don't really have room to panic or get scared or anything. You just think of what options you have.
A documentary of his journey will be released next year, and you can track the progress of the trip by going to the link on our website, kvoa.com.